Hello party people, this is Sammy from Not Your Average Globe, a safe place where we come, we talk all things mental health, spirituality, and quite a bit of tarot. If you're new here, hi, I'm happy to have you. If you're not new here, welcome back. I'm going to do a quick little pick a card reading where it's going to be your beauty through the eyes of your loved ones. Now you can set the intention that this is a romantic partner. This could be your mother, this could be your friends. This could be whoever you want it to be, but it's through the eyes of your loved ones, okay? So it's not gonna be super physical, although I will get physical attributes. It's gonna be more like what makes you beautiful to those who love and care about you. It's gonna be a quick read, and I pre-pulled because I have a really important appointment in about an hour and I don't wanna go too long. So pre-pulled cards. Also because I've been getting a lot of repeat energy here on my channel as of recently, and I just wanted to make sure that each pile was its own unique reading. So without further being ado, let's jump into the timestamps. So pile number 1 is going to be this self-love intention jar that I did for myself. So self-love intention jar or spell work. Okay. Pile number 2 is going to be this Aphrodite candle because she is the goddess of love and beauty. Okay. So Aphrodite, also wearing her ring today. Aphrodite candle is pile number 2. And then pile number 3 is this antique perfume bottle. Pile number 3. All right. So let's go ahead and let's clear that energy. Is this meant to be upright or in reverse? It's upright, okay. Alrighty, if you chose the self-love jar, then this is going to be your reading about your beauty through the eyes of your loved ones. So your astrological energy that came out is Jupiter. Okay, so Jupiter, I've got some notes here. Jupiter ruled people are optimistic, adventurous. Sorry, I cannot read my own handwriting. Optimistic, adventurous, loving, fun. They have a great sense of humor. They're natural leaders and they're teachers, okay? The astrological signs, although these could be anywhere in like your big six. So this does not necessarily have to be like your sun sign. This could be your moon. This could be your rising or your ascendant. This could be your Venus. This could be your Mars, whatever. Okay. But is Sagittarius, Pisces, or Capricorn. So you might be a Sagittarius, Pisces, or Capricorn, or have that in your big six. These people tend to be, physical features of Jupiter-ruled people tend to be like well-fed. And I'm not saying fat, but they have this look of health and vitality to them. They tend to have either an athletic build or kind of a stout build. So they're not like super slender or anything. They tend to have a little bit broader shoulders. If they're a woman, they tend to be top-heavy. Where they tend to have like bigger breasts, smaller bottom halves. Like they tend to have a like pentagonal face where it's like square on top, but then they have more of a narrow chin. I've noticed personally that these people oftentimes have dimples or very wide smiles. These people tend to have very glittery, sparkly sort of eyes, very youthful-like eyes. They tend to have thick hair or long hair, and it tends to either be straight, but like very thick and very healthy, or like wavy. What else? I think that's about it for physical attributes. These people tend to travel a lot. They tend to love to learn. They like learning. They tend to be like, they're not known for their beauty, but they're not ugly. They tend to look very healthy. Their ancestors survived the famine. We'll just say that. Like, they're not super physically beautiful people, or they aren't known to be, but that doesn't mean they can't be, because Pisces is known, like Pisces women tend to be some of the most beautiful women, and Pisces is ruled by them. Sagittarius, Pisces, Capricorn, I know a beautiful Sag, I know a beautiful Capricorn, I know a beautiful Pisces, so I'm not calling you ugly. But they're not known for their beauty. They're not Venus ruled people. But they tend to be very smart, very witty, very charming, very, very funny, like funny as fuck. Their sense of humor is sexy, okay? So, your animal card that I got is the wolf, and it says Pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures, and that's exactly what I was getting with this. You love to travel. You're adventurous. You're have a you're also stubborn. Okay, so your tarot cards. You've got the Ace of Cups, which means that you're always, or the Page of Cups, not the Ace of Cups. The Page of Cups, which means you're always giving love. You're always willing to offer your heart to another. You're always trying to approach situations from this place of love. And your loved ones find that very, very attractive about you. They think it's very beautiful that no matter what you've been through, you're always willing to put your heart back out there again. That's gorgeous. You've also got the Fool energy, which means you're willing to take leaps of faith. You're willing to go on adventures. You're willing to do that like reckless or wild thing that other people might deem as kind of scary and they might be afraid to do. You're willing to do that thing, and people find that incredibly fucking sexy about you. I've also noticing that there's a dog here, so you might have a love and fondness for animals. You also might have this sort of pack mentality, because you got dogs here and you got wolves here. And they tend to be pack people, pack oriented. They tend to understand a community, and they also understand like leading from the back. I actually recently wrote a vlog about this. Wolves will, when they're like migrating or they're out and about, they will keep their strongest wolf at the back of the pack, and they will keep the weaklings kind of in the middle and protect them. So there's something here about you being like a protector, or you understanding a pack mentality, and then it's not just all about me. I was thrown off by this card at first, like, how does this make you beautiful? I think I'm starting to get it though. Four of Cups. This card oftentimes is about like ignoring like a gift that God has for you or whatever. But what I'm getting from this card is you have like a naivety about you, and I'm getting that you almost like what's right in front of you, you tend to trust that more. So you tend to, how do I put this? Like, Spirit speaks to you often, but you tend to kind of sometimes ignore your intuition. I'm trying to figure out why this is beautiful to other people. You tend to ignore your intuition, and you tend to just take leaps of faith, right? And this can sometimes lead to like foolish outcomes, or lead to things not going perfectly. But you're willing to get up and try again. Like, you've been to the school of hard knocks. You kind of make some stupid decisions sometimes. Like, your intuition will tell you, hey, this thing's bad, you shouldn't do this thing. You do it anyway, right? You tend to ignore what God has for you, or what God's trying to say to you. But there's this thing about you that's like, all right, I'm gonna get back up, I'm gonna do it again, I'm gonna get back up. and I'm going to put myself back out there. I'm gonna get back up and I'm gonna put my heart on the line. I'm gonna get back up there and I'm gonna go on this adventure. I'm not gonna give up on love. I'm not gonna give up on my goals. I'm not gonna give up on God. I'm just gonna keep persevering and I'm gonna keep doing, and people find that really fucking beautiful about you. What else? I also think there's a very youthful thing about you, because none of these cards are like senior cards or like super elevated. So there's like a type of youth about you. Some may say like an immaturity, but because we're focusing on your beauty, I think people think that it's really gorgeous or really cool how you have this young, carefree thing about you. I'm getting like where I feel high and my eyes twitching all of a sudden. I'm sorry if I seem low energy. I don't know what's happening. It just hit me out of nowhere. What else? I think you also have a lot of love for yourself, because I got this jar. You have a lot of self-love and a lot of forgiveness and compassion for yourself. But to be fair, I think you would need, if you resonate with this energy of being kind of fun and fancy-free and slightly mature, and not thinking things through or not trusting your instincts, you would have to have a lot of love and compassion for yourself. Sir, I love you. Please shut the fuck up. Come here. You can come here. Hold on, let me get my cat. Otherwise he's just gonna keep yelling into the void. He's old and senile. Oh, come on. Alright, is that better? You're over here by mom now? Okay. So, you'd have to have a lot of love and compassion for yourself. And people think that that attribute about you is gorgeous. They think that it's really, really, really cool how you are okay with the mistakes that you make, that you're okay with fucking it up, and you're okay with being perceived as immature or childish, that you're okay with being seen as foolish. People think that's really, really beautiful, that you don't care so much what other people think. I think you do care, but it comes off that you don't. And that you have a lot of love for yourself. And I think that's gorgeous. I think that's very, very beautiful. All right, that's pile number 1. I told you guys this was going to be a super quick, easy read today. All right, let's clear that energy. Do you want a smudging blad? Clear the demons away? There. Alright, pile number 2. If you chose the Aphrodite candle, then this is your pile. Aphrodite is the goddess of love and beauty, okay? I want to say that first and foremost. She is the most beautiful of all the gods. She is rules over beauty. She is ruled by Venus. So curvy hips, full lips, rosy cheeks and lips, bright eyes, curves out of this world, like long, healthy hair, big, pretty doe eyes. Like, when you think of Aphrodite, you think of the epitome of physical beauty, right? Also, she has a lot of love for herself. She knows her worth, right? So, you got the, your astrology card is Soul or Sun, okay? Which means spotlight. It means like, it's also the astrology sign that is ruled by the sun is Leos, and Leos are known to be beautiful. They're known to be very confident in their beauty. They're known for their hair, so there might be something very distinctive about your hair. I'm also seeing that you are very physically beautiful because you in some way have to be within the spotlight. Your physical beauty is tied into your purpose. So you might actually be an actor or an actress or a social media influencer or a model in some way. Or like a very affluential speaker, but God also made you very physically attractive because then it grabs people's attention and they're more tuned into what you're saying. You have this larger than life sort of aura about you. You also have this like very glowy sort of shine to you. You might have very like glowy, bright skin. As far as like build goes, like standard beauty standards, like the men, pretty chiseled, pretty like, yow, I'm hot. For the women, very like, baba boom, so pretty, got some nice curves, like health, beauty, Aphrodite energy, okay? All right, for your animal card, you got the giraffe, visionary, okay? Rise above earthly matters, glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path, stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. Okay, so I was getting a lot of self-worth. Like you know your worth. You know what you're deserving of. You know how beautiful you are, right? I'm also getting that you might be tall because I'm getting the giraffes are very tall. Like even when they're first born, they're almost 7 foot tall, like as newborns. So you might be tall, you might have like a long, lanky build. Now this does not have to be for everybody, but for some of you, I'm getting this. Or even if you're tiny, you have a big presence about you. There's something about your energy that cannot be ignored. But you have a big love and a big heart for others, and that is seen almost immediately. You also have a grace about you. I'm seeing somebody like walk, but it's almost like they're gliding, like it's very smooth. I'm also getting something about like dancing, and you might be a very good dancer. Or you might not be a good dancer, but you have this confidence about you in the way that you dance. There's a children's book where it's like animals dancing in the forest, and there's a giraffe, and he's like a terrible dancer because he's trying to do the dances that all the other animals do, and then eventually he just starts swinging his neck around, and the animals love it. And because there's something here about like just like your authentic expression is really, really sexy, really beautiful to others. Yeah. You're also not afraid to like reach for the stars or reach for things that others might seem as like out of reach. You're not afraid to go there. Like you're not afraid to shoot your shot with that actor you meet at a party. You're not afraid to audition for that play. You're not afraid to put yourself out there on social media. Like you're not afraid to reach for what others might deem as out of reach. All right, so your cards, you got the Death card. This is about like starting over and rebuilding. I'm hearing the old me is dead. Sorry, Taylor Swift can't come to the phone right now. Why? Because she's dead. Ooh, look what you made me do. Yeah, you've rebuilt yourself in some way, and that shows. That might be why you have a lot of love and confidence in yourself, because you worked diligently to become this person. I also think you have a reverence for the dead or for the spiritual realm. Like if you were to go to like a cemetery or something, you would be very respectful. I don't know why that came through. Maybe you recently had like a death in the family or something like that. I don't know. If so, I'm sorry for your loss. And I'm hearing Madame Zeroni. That's the old lady in the movie Holes. You must take Madame Zeroni up the mountain and, you know, help her to drink for the... I don't know why I'm hearing this. I'm almost getting like voodoo energy, so maybe somebody is into like hoodoo or voodoo or something like that. I'm also now seeing Eartha Kitt in my mind's eye. She's so pretty to me. Like a young Eartha Kitt. So maybe you have those sort of physical features, because even Madame Zeroni had like the same like face shape as Eartha Kitt. Or something like that. I don't know why that's coming through. Strange. Okay. There's also something quite delicate about you, like a flower. Yeah. I feel like there's something very physically beautiful about you, and people have wanted to use you or pick you like a rose, you know? But the thing about a flower is there's a saying, and I'm gonna butcher it. It's like, to appreciate a flower is to pick it and to put it in a vase, like in your house. But to love a flower is to water it and let it grow and stay out in nature. Because once you pick it, it begins the process of dying. There's something here about like people in the past wanting to like pick you for your beauty and cultivate you and almost keep you as like arm candy. But you then realizing your worth and having more self-confidence and more stern boundaries, and people still want to pick you for your beauty, but you like, that's not what's important to you anymore. And it's like people are now starting to be able to respect you, as to where before they couldn't. They just saw you as like arm candy. You've got the Eight of Pentacles, which is about diligently working on something and not giving up on it. So I feel like you're in this process of rebuilding, and you're diligently working at something. Maybe you have a passion project or something that you've been working at for quite some time. People think it's really, really sexy and really attractive how you don't give up on your dreams, how you don't give up on yourself, I'm getting. Like, I feel like what should have ended you, or what would have ended other people, motivated you. It like a part of you died that day, but you've come back stronger, right? Six of Swords. Ow, I just burnt the shit out of myself. I was actually gonna say something and then I didn't say it, and then I accidentally burnt myself. So I feel like that's spirit like, hey, fucking say this. So I was gonna say, it's kind of reminding me of Hades and Persephone. How when Hades was taken to the underworld, a lot of people and gods probably, when Persephone was taken to the underworld, a lot of people probably thought she was gone or she was dead. But what they didn't know is she was being reborn as the goddess of the underworld. She wasn't just going to be a goddess of spring and of beauty and of growth and flowers, delicate. She was also being crowned the goddess of the underworld, right? She was being reborn. Something here about that. You're not willing, you're also willing to take all the lessons that you've learned, all these hard knocks, all these swords that were thrown, like stabbed in your back, right? And you're willing to move forward with that knowledge and to learn from it. And people find that really, really attractive. Like the fact that you only have to learn a lesson once. Like pile number one was a little bit immature and a little bit childish and like underdeveloped. Your pile is like, no, I've lived life. I am matured. I have learned from my mistakes. I'm being reborn. I am, yeah. But people find that very, very attractive about you. They think it's beautiful how you don't give up on yourself. They think it's beautiful how you persevere. They think it's beautiful how, yes, you're physically so gorgeous, but they think it's beautiful how you don't put weight on your physical beauty, but more weight on what you do with your life. And I feel like you're driven by a purpose, and you know within your soul that you're meant for something big, and it's something big outside of yourself. And it's like you don't hide your physical beauty. You're not sitting here with like cloaked and hidden and veiled and like, oh, don't look at me, don't look at my face, you know. Instead, it's like you have this innate understanding, like God gave me these big pretty doe eyes so people would be more entranced with what I'm saying, because you know that it's like an avenue for your purpose, right? And people think that it's really beautiful that you don't hide yourself, but you also aren't arrogant. There's a humility about your beauty. When you have all the bragging rights to be like, yeah, I'm that bitch, I'm fine as fuck, I'm hotter than you, but you don't. And people find that really, really, really beautiful. They think that it's gorgeous that you're like this. Yeah, that's the message. Festus foot, boy, Festus foot. Hi everybody, this is that shows pile number 3, the perfume bottle. This is your message. I feel high, y'all. I feel so fucking high. I don't know if that's my blood sugar or what's happening, but maybe somebody is just token up during this video. If so, be like, hey, sorry, 420 friendly, because I hadn't smoked in 2 years and I feel stoned. So there's something here about that. Also, you might smell really, really, really good. Like people might, like it could be your natural smell, like your pheromones. It could be like you have a signature perfume or your shampoo or something. But I feel like people, their attraction to you is heightened by the way that you smell. I think you're naturally very beautiful, but I think that you have like a signature scent. Like people talk about the way that you smell. And also this kind of reminded me of like a potion bottle. And I'm hearing, it's gone, a big lump in us, it's got the juice. I'm getting, you've got the juice. You've got that like thing about you. Like if people could bottle you up, right? It put you in a bottle, like your essence, your beauty, your piece de resistance, you know, they would bottle you up and they would like, people want to be more like you. That's what I'm trying to say. So your astrology card about your physical beauty or your beauty through the eyes of the people that you loved is Neptune. Neptune beauty is like this very ethereal sort of beauty. It's very angelic or otherworldly or fae-like. Hold on, I can't remember which signs it is. It's, give me just a second. Pisces, Aries, and Libra are ruled by Neptune. Sorry, I couldn't remember. Aries are like Greek gods. Like they're so fucking attractive. Aries men are hot, okay? Pisces women are just like known to be these ethereal, beautiful, angelic, fae-like creatures, like elven sort of pretty, right? Libras are also ruled by Venus. They're just so pretty. They have like this big, pretty, doe-eyed, innocent sort of beauty about them. But all of them have this like outer worldly thing. Each sign kind of shows up differently, but like Aries is kind of like a Greek god, right? They're just like, and then Pisces is kind of like a water nymph, right? And then Libra is kind of like like doe-eyed, angelic sort of beauty, but they're all so beautiful. But it's in this very ethereal, out of touch, out of worldly, daydreamy sort of way. So I feel like to the eyes of your loved ones, you are the physical, like, ideal. Like, it doesn't get any prettier than you. You're like their ideal person, physically, okay? Physical attributes would be the eyes. The eyes stand out a lot. The body is tea, babe. The body is tea, but it's mostly the eyes that I think of when I think of Neptune energy. And then like this very like glowy, like ethereal sort of skin. Like your aura shines through. When people meet you, they meet your energy first. I was kind of getting that with the smell. People might, like when you walk into a room, they might smell your perfume or feel your energy first. And then they're just like, whoa, who is that? Because your energy meets people, like your aura meets people. And it creates this feeling of like serenity or this comfort or like, have I known you in a past life sort of thing. So anyways, you're, also you might be very psychic, very intuitive, very romantic in nature, charismatic, funny, playful. Neptune people are a whole vibe. I love Neptune people. Okay, so your animal card is the lion. It says, higher calling. You have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. That's funny. I kind of got a tribe sort of thing in pile 1, although this is a very much so more matured energy. You have this innate understanding that you have a higher calling and a higher purpose, and it is of servitude to others, and you're leading others into a higher path, right? I'm now getting Mufasa standing out on like the ledge and then telling Simba that like everything the sun touches is his. It's kind of like that, but like in a really beautiful way. Like, you're meant to lead others down a spiritual path. And you have the courage to do so, and that's very, very attractive. Like, there's something very spiritual and otherworldly and like psychic, intuitive, like earth angel about you. And that's very, very attractive to your loved ones. You also know how to overcome hardship, because upright, this is like heartbreak, like despondence, like hurt. It's in reverse. You know how to heal your heart and the heart of others. You know how to lead people down the path of healing and truly mean it. Not just like, oh yeah, go on walks, exercise, drink plenty of water, go to counseling. Like, the type of advice you give really, really helps people. And they find that very beautiful. You're also a true friend. You've got the 3 of Cups here. This is like a girl's girl or guy's guy. Like, it's girls supporting girls. It's guys supporting guys. You're not afraid to work alongside others. You're not afraid for others to shine just as brightly as you do. All 3 of these women have a halo and a glow about them. Like, if you're in a room with other women, you're not trying to outshine other women. You're trying to build them up and help fix their crown, right? And that makes you even more beautiful. You have this very pure, loving approach to friendship. And that's very, very beautiful to people. They know that you have their best intentions. They know that you're not going to fuck them over. They know that you're going to help them fix their crown. They know that you only want what's best for them, and it's very, very attractive to others. You also have this like very broad view of the world, where like you see things from a higher perspective. Like you, like say for example, you are at the mall and you see some people that look different than you. They're a different culture or different race or something. You don't just see like, oh, they're different, I should be fearful. You have this natural like curiosity about the world around you, and like you also have this like soul recognizes soul thing about you, where it's like if you see another soul And even though from a 3D lens they look different than you, it's like you still can recognize the human with experience within them, and you have a broader lens. And you understand why people hurt. You understand why people love. You understand why people dance, why they laugh. You have this innate understanding of the soul, not just of your own, but of others. And you know how to alchemize the energy and create a safety for others. And people find that incredibly beautiful, incredibly enduring about you. Your loved ones love that about you. I'm hearing now Home by Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. Alabama, Arkansas, I do love my mama, not the way that I do love you. Well, holy moly, me oh my, you're the apple of my eye. Girl, I never loved one like you. Man, oh man, you're my best friend. I scream it too, that nothing else. There ain't nothing that I need. This is my favorite love song, by the way. Hot and heavy, chocolate pie, something, Jesus Christ. There ain't nothing please more than you. Oh, home, let me go home. Home is wherever I'm with you. Oh, home, let me go home. Home is when I'm alone with you. I love that song. Jade Alexander. Do you remember that day you fell out of my window? I sure do. You came jumping out after me. Well, you fell into the concrete and nearly broke your ass and you were bleeding all over the place. You remember that? Yes, I do. Well, something I never told you about that night. What didn't you tell me? Well, when you spoke of that cigarette and you thought it was going to be your last, I was falling deeply in love with you. And I never told you until just now. Oh, well, now I know. You have an energy about you where people can't help but fall in love with you. People fall in love with you and they might not even tell you. Like, I feel like if you have platonic friends, almost all of your friends have romantic feelings for you. I'm now hearing that song from Dirty Dancing. I'm having the time of my life, and I've never felt this way before. And I swear, oh, it's true. And I owe it all to you. I feel like there's something about when you're in your zone, when you're having the time of your life, when you're happy, when you're joy-filled, people just like gush for you. Yeah. And I'm hearing nobody puts baby in a corner. Like, people get protective of you. They think of you as baby. But I think you also have that energy for others, and I think that's what makes you so attractive, because I'm getting like girl. Like, I get like you would be the person at the party, like if you saw somebody being a wallflower, you'd walk over to them and like shimmy to them and be like, come on baby, come dance with me. And they'd be like, no, and you'd be like, come on, come dance with me. And it's like you would dance horribly just so they would feel more comfortable dancing. Like, you wouldn't be like, you know, putting all the best moves out there. You would be so cheesy and so silly with it, and people love that about you. And even though you're being silly and you're being cheesy and there's nothing rhythmic or aesthetically pleasing about the way you're dancing, you are so beautiful and so ethereal that it is beautiful. And it's almost like if a song's on and you're dancing offbeat, right? It's almost like you have your own music. You create your own music. And people, they become in tune with it. And they're like, oh, she's kind of got the moves, even though it's horrible. Like, there's something here about that. Yeah, I really love it. This is my favorite pile. I like your energy a lot. I think that I could stay here a while. And I think that is the energy that people perceive from you, and that is what makes you beautiful. Your energy is like, yeah, I could get used to this. I could stay here for a while. I could live here. Your energy makes people want to live in your energy. It makes them want to bottle it up. Good soup. You are beautiful and you are healing, and physically your eyes are just, oh my God. Your eyes are insane. Even if you've got brown eyes, because I hear so many brown eyed people, my eyes look like shit. Just so you know, from an artist's perspective, your eyes reflect the most light. Your eyes show the most emotion. Brown eyes are actually my favorite. And I'm hearing that song, Brown Eyes, I Hold You Near, because you're the only song I want to hear. Soulmate's Body, Death Cab for Cutie. I cannot remember the song for a second. Soulmates buddy. Getting a lot of music, so maybe you also have a really nice singing voice, or people like your voice, or you have great taste in music and that's very attractive to people. Yeah, I gotta get out of this energy because I'm spending more time on you than any other pile, and I don't want to show favoritism, but we should be friends because I love your energy. I think you're beautiful. You're good soup. Love you. Bye.